Hey everyone, I'm back with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the new Maegu nerfs released on the Korean live servers. These nerfs to Maegu are not going live for us in global regions this week. So we're going to have to wait one more week for them to go live. Let's get right into it. 4 skills have been targeted. All of them are range damage skills, which is what the developers wanted to balance with this patch. Spirited Away, or SLMB as some of you may know the skill as, the best skill in the kit. Does so much good damage, it heals, protection, a buff, all with good range on hits. Now the developers think that the skill is overtuned maybe. I wonder why. The raw PvP damage on the skill is getting nerfed by 40% through an increased PvP damage reduction percentage. This also affects its split damage, meaning you do 40% less damage on single targets and groups. The hit stagger that the skill also did has apparently been removed. Flower Shroud, another great skill, WE or SE, received a similar nerf. With this skill, the developers thought the damage with protection and CC was overtuned. Wonder why, so they targeted the damage again. You now have a 50% damage nerf to single targets and groups through an increased PvP damage reduction percentage. Next up we have Fox Flare, Shift Q, Grit skill, getting nerfed. This nerf is a little different though than the last two. Instead of an increased PvP damage reduction, the split damage ratios have changed. So now if you hit 2 or more targets, you're going to receive a minus 20% damage modifier per target with a minimum damage threshold of 20%. So if you hit 4 targets, you will reach your threshold. This comes out to around a 60% damage nerf on max targets. That should say 4 or more, not 5 or more on this slide. But before this change, you had a minus 10% per target with a max of minus 50%, so the change is significant for group damage. The final skill to get nerfed is Pedal Play or Shift LMB. Again, this is a skill that was not nerfed the typical way of damage reduction rates, but rather through the split damage ratio. If you hit at least 2 or more targets, every target will reduce your damage by 20% until you reach that 20% damage threshold at the bottom. Again, the slide should say 4 or more targets instead of 5. All these nerfs are focusing on Succession Maegu's performance in Node Wars primarily. The range damage, even after previous nerfs, is still fairly good, but now it will take a lot more to get kills from a distance with these changes. Her melee damage remains the same, you will still be able to do well in those cases. There's no way for a capped Succession Maegu to outgear the nerfs. Despite that, the range damage, even at this level of a nerf, is good, and if you've been playing and enjoying Maegu in capped Node Wars, I really don't see a reason to swap because of these changes. Maegu's mobility remains untouched, and that is key. If a nerf comes down the road that targets her stamina movement, only then do I think it's valid to start complaining about the nerfs, but that's just my opinion as someone who has been testing Maegu in capped Node Wars through these changes. Nothing has really changed for me in terms of frag potential with every single nerf that's come. Only these changes plus stamina nerfs could maybe see a decrease in potential for Succession Maegu. Like I said in the beginning, these are not live anywhere but in Korean servers, so next week is when we'll see this update. I also wanted to talk about trade revamp quickly since we did not get the update on Korean servers despite the trade system being down and locked out in preparation for the revamp in Korean servers. This means it could come next week with the new continent in Korea. Could also mean it comes in 2 weeks, who knows. However, because it's not out yet, this test server this week could mean more changes for Global Labs and hopefully answer some questions we still have about trade crates and trade item prices in general. Finally, the new outfits have released in Korea. I recorded what they look like for each class. So at the end here, I'm going to have a little showcase quickly so you can see what they look like on each class and which classes got the long and short cloaks. That's it for me. Let me know your thoughts on the Maegu change. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.